Hey guys, it's Kate, and today we will be painting lightning. I am using soft pastels and Canson Mi Teintes paper for this. So you can tape your paper to the board or just use a board underneath your paper just to make sure that your surface is even. I'm using the rougher side of the paper, and I'm using a reference photo from Pixabay for this lightning scene. So let's start. The first thing I do is I am taking my purple and I'm going to outline the lightest areas of my lightning. Next, I'm taking another almost, I think, pink, just to give it that kick. Just a bit of pink in here, not everywhere, just in some places. Then, for the lightest areas, I will be using some white, and I will be mixing it in together with some purple. So I will be using this lighter version of purple in those lightest areas. And also some whites, just a bit. Now I'll set these colors aside, and I need a black. So I'm going over this area, so this is going to be my dark cloud here in front. And this cloud is going to go approximately until here. This is going to be the bottom. And also there's a dark patch on this side. So this is my dark cloud. Then I will also add some darkness at the bottom here in the corner. And in this area here, I will be using some darker blue. So gray blue, I think this is too gray. Yes, this might do good. So some gray blue, gray blue, and some lighter colors. So this is a very light blue. Now we can start rubbing everything in. So I always blend my layers from lightest into the darkest. So just to stay on the safe side, so I don't contaminate my lightest purples here, I will use my clean finger. So I'm still not going into those darkest areas yet, because I don't want to drag the black into the purple. So this area is blended, and I'm quite happy with it. So now I can go in with my fingers and start blending the black. So for the black, if you don't like it too black, we can add some dulled down purples into the black just to give it some color, because I don't like when the color is completely flat. And over the top again some more black, so just to mix in with the purple. And here I'm dragging my black into the purple where I see those darkest areas. So there we go. The top part is blended. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom part, and again, trying not to contaminate the colors, I'm going over the light side. So there, and now I'm going into the black, and I'm going to add a bit of that purple to it again, as I did on top. And here, as it's not clouds, it's actually the horizon. It's going to go gradual from this light side, where the lightning is, into the horizon that is dark. I'm going to add a lighter value here. I'm going to use light blue, and I'm going to create that outline of the top cloud. And I'm going to blend it out towards the end here and leave this edge harder. And here I'm going to use just a bit darker, the blue, because there's still color, but it's not as bright as this side. So that's good. So now we can see the definition of this cloud here. So it's very dark. Just going to test out my color. So this is perfect. Going to go inside here and define a bit the cloud shape here as well. And now with a lighter purple again, I'm going to give that kick to the lightest areas. Gonna outline, there is a nice shape of a cloud here, and blend it out towards that edge. So you see that this hard shape kind of outlines the cloud, and at the same time we have the sky behind it. It's a very easy technique to create clouds. And I'm going to add just a bit more of this pink just to warm it up a bit, to give it more color. And what I'm doing is I'm tapping. So I don't want to blend this out completely. Instead, I'm tapping on the areas where I applied my colors, and it's blending it out. In the black though, I'm going to add a bit more black here just to darken it up. The black I want smooth. And here I'm going to also tap out this cloud. So I'm quite happy with my colors now. Now all that's left to do is add our lightning. For that I will be using a white. This is a very soft white, and I am going to start at the top here. So in this point I will have a very light patch. I'm going to blend this in, just a bit of white. And from here I see a little line coming out, jaggedy line like this. And then I'm moving the pastel as I'm going with my lightning like this. So I'm going to use a lighter pink, and I'm going to add some color here just to lighten it up. So this is the area where the lightning is going to be piercing the cloud. And from here I will go all the way up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock it back a bit, make it more jaggedy. And create this sense of light around it. And another one over here. Again, I'm going to tap it in just to create that kind of shining effect around it. It's going to be lighter around the lightning. And now with the same pastel, I'm going to tap everything off. I'm going to add already a sharper line, the same white that we used. So this is the first area. I'm going to tap off the dust. And with my pink, I'm still going to add some, actually I'm going to use even a color pink. Going to add those lighter areas around the lightning. So it's going to illuminate the sky where it hits. So the clouds get illuminated by lightning. The top is ready, and now we're going to do the same thing with the bottom. I'm going to use a light blue for this, and I'm going to add a light blue streak here. So I'm doing this quite broad because this is going to be the thickest of all the lightning bolts. Just going to add a bit more light here, coming out of that cloud. And I'm going to blend it in. So this is going to be that part of the sky that gets illuminated by this lightning coming this way. Now we can take our whitest white and add that line. So I'm pressing quite hard here just to make a thicker line. And as I go towards the tip, I'm going to go thinner and thinner. And here I'm going to use a blue because I don't want it to be as hard. So this is going to be, and knock it back a bit. This lightning is going to go a bit back. It's going to be thinner and it's not going to happen as sharp as this. Now this one I'm going to blend it in a bit. And I'm going to go over it again with my white. So I'm going over the same line. Don't be afraid to make it jaggedy and like with those different corners sharp. So you can see now here there's a sense coming from of light coming from this lightning. And now I'm gonna go back here up, and we have another thicker one coming all the way down through here and down towards this one. So now with my blue I created another one. My camera didn't capture it, but it's okay. So with my blue I created another one. This is a light blue. And I created another lightning here in the back. That is kind of very far away, so I tapped it in. And it looks not as bright as the others. I'm gonna add a bit of black because I'm losing my cloud shape here. So this lightning has to come from somewhere, from a cloud. Okay. So now I still have other lightning bolts to do, and I'm going to use my pink. Actually, this lighter pink. And I see that there's another one jaggedy here, and one coming over like this. And then from here there is another thin line going over there. So here I have, actually this one I don't need it. I started it too low. It's very easy to correct stuff like this with pastels. So I should start my line higher up. So I'm going to go through here, and here it's going to split and go through this one, and it becomes thinner as it goes away. And over here, it's going to become again thinner. I need to use a harder pastel for this, and I think I'm going to go a bit darker. So I'm going to use the second pink value that I have. I'm going to go very thin over here. If it doesn't come out, I can always rub it back in. And I can tap it in just to dull it back a bit. So now I'm quite happy with my lightning. I'm gonna darken a bit the corners here again. And as I added my gray blues here, it's really nice how I have my sky dark, but at the same time it has color to it. The same I do here. Going to rub it in. There we go. And now I'm gonna take another look at my sky because I want to add some color, some definition to these clouds here. Not a lot of black, but some. And here as well I want to create that sharper line. Just rubbing in these areas and softening a bit here. So this is it. My lightning sky is all ready.